Good afternoon, students. As we have already started this chapter, Mineral and Energy Resources, and in the previous module, we could complete up to the topic Conventional Sources of Energy. Now, in this chapter, we are going to continue ahead of that. So, next topic is Non-conventional sources of energy. Non-conventional sources of energy are those that are more or less still at an experimental stage. Experimental stage means that are not in common practice. Slowly that are getting popularity, like solar panel nowadays getting popularity, and people are slowly using more in comparison to earlier. They are non-traditional. As the word is given here, non-traditional means they are not being used from a long period of time. They have come into use recently. They are less expensive in terms that they may be more costly in the beginning, but in long run that look less expensive, do not have much of adverse effect on the environment. So there are no adverse effect, any harmful effect over the environment also, as the smoke emission is negligible, pollution caused by them that also negligible. In future, the dependency on these resources will increase manyfold. Why? Because of the non-renewable sources of energy which we are using at present. So at present our dependency is more on the fossil fuels, and these fossil fuels, coal, petroleum, natural gas, are limited and near future that are going to end. So that time we will be more dependent on these non-conventional sources of energy. Solar energy. Sun is the greatest source of unlimited energy. You know, कि on this earth, the main source of energy is sun. Because of that sun only, we are having energy on this earth. And that energy can be used in number of ways. As here some figures are shown, कि how that are being used. Especially in the tropical zone, it can be tapped to get maximum output. Why tropical zone? In tropical zone, the sunshine is bright and for longer days, longer time in a day and longer days of a year. Our country also falls in this region, that s- south of the equator, south of the Tropic of Cancer of India falls in the tropical zone, and the north of the Tropic of Cancer falls in the subtropical zone. Nowadays, solar energy is used for number of purposes such as solar cookers, solar geysers, solar cars, solar dryers, solar lanterns, solar street lighting system, solar air conditioning, etc. Here in the pictures you can see how that solar geyser is being used by getting sunlight the water is heated and then afterward it is going down for different purposes to use. Here solar cooker is there. You may have studied this solar cooker functioning in your science subject. Then here one more a modern kind of solar cooker is there. How they are maintaining the temperature up to 111 degrees Celsius within 15 minutes, or you can say 100 degrees centigrade temperature within 15 minutes. Here solar power panel is placed and solar power plant is maintained here. How the sunlight is used to convert it in electricity by using solar panels, and then it is reaching through inverter to charge the battery and through inverter to supply the different areas wherever it is required. Yes, solar car is used. Now the solar lantern, you can see here how the battery of this solar lantern charged by this solar small solar panel, and then afterward at the night time it is used to for lighting. Solar street lights. Here also solar panels are used to charge the battery placed in the downside, and then afterward at the night time that battery only giving the light at night. People are taking initiative to make it more cost effective. So number of efforts are done by the people and the scientists to make it more cost effective so that it can come into common use. Canada, France, Germany, India, Japan, and USA are some of the countries doing research and promoting its utilization in their countries. Wind energy. In the areas of high wind velocity, wind is used to generate energy. Coastal areas are ideal for it. Coastal areas, why? Because the coastal areas get wind from the sea and ocean region, and that way there is good speed of wind, and that can be used for running such kind of wind wheels, windmills. So wind energy is mainly used for pumping water, grinding grains, sailing, and electricity generation. It is developed in coastal region of European countries, especially Netherlands, India, Japan, and USA. In Tokyo, wind power is used to run the air conditioning system of buildings. In India, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu have a few windmills. Means we are not very efficiently using these windmills in our country that are in initial stage. So we hope in near future we'll be using at large scale that windmills for generating electricity and other purposes. Geothermal energy. Geothermal energy is the heat of the inside earth. That geothermal, the internal heat of the earth generates geothermal energy. It is more prominent in velocity active areas, sorry, volcanically active areas. It is more prominent in volcanically active areas. So whichever areas are having more volcanoes are the near future volcano was active. So in that region, that heat is seen near the surface, and that near the surface heat energy is used for producing electricity. In this figure you can understand कि how inside the ground there one pipe is placed, and in that pipe whatever water is going inside the ground, that is being heated, and that water is coming through a pipe, and when that is moving here, that is in the steam form, and that steam is passing through this path, and here in the path one turbine is placed. That turbine run when steam is passing through this pipe, and that is running this generator, electricity generation, and that way electricity generated. And the afterward that steam is passing through a vessel where there is condenser, and that steam is condensed, and again it is going through a pipe to the underground, where again it will be heated by the geothermal energy, and this process will continue. So this way, by using a very small quantity of water, and we can generate electricity. Here also in the figure the similar thing is shown in more detail, so you can understand here also. Some countries like Iceland, India, sorry, Iceland not, it is island, India, Japan, New Zealand, Russia, and USA are generating geothermal energy. Basically, this energy is used in cold storage plant, industries, and for domestic purpose. In India, Manikaran in Himachal Pradesh is famous for harnessing geothermal energy. And wherever this is not possible to get this kind of energy everywhere, so wherever possibility is there, in that areas only such kind of plants are made, and that heat of the earth is used for generating electricity. Nuclear energy, it is obtained from energy stored in nuclei of atoms of naturally occurring radioactive elements like uranium and thorium. Actually here nuclear fission is done. Nuclear energy is an alternative to fossil fuels and can reduce the emission of the greenhouse gases. It is a very powerful and efficient source of energy. In this nuclear power plant, if you see the diagram here, in this diagram, this nuclear energy is generated through this method, and this nuclear energy directly we are not using. By that nuclear energy we are producing electricity. So see this method of producing electricity. Actually in a vessel the structure is created, the reactor structure, in which nuclear fission is done, and in that nuclear fission the graphite rods are used to control the process, and in that container wherever this vessel reactor is there, in that heavy water, usually that is D2, is used to convey or that flow the heat through this liquid, and that heat is passing through a pipe with the help of that heavy water, and in this container there is a normal water coming through a pipe, and that water is heated and converted to steam, and that steam is going in this vessel where a turbine is placed, and that turbine start running through that steam, and that turbine is attached to a generator where this produce electricity and going to a grid, and this steam is afterward collected when it is going to condense, and that condensed water again passing through that path only, and this process continue. So this way, this nuclear reactor is used to generate electricity. The greatest producer of nuclear energy are USA, France, Russia, South Korea, Germany, China, and Canada. In India, Jharkhand and Rajasthan have large deposits of uranium, and thorium is found in Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Odisha. Nuclear power stations in India are located at Kega in Karnataka, Kalpakkam and Kundankulam in Tamil Nadu, Narora in Uttar Pradesh, Rana Pratap Sagar near Kota in Rajasthan, and Tarapur in Maharashtra. So these are few nuclear power stations in our country. Tidal energy. So you know the tides and then tidal energy. So first of all, see the tide. That tide is the up and down movement of sea level. Sea water is moving up and down due to gravitational pull. So this energy is generated from tide is called tidal energy. Tidal energy can be harnessed by building dams at narrow opening of the section. How this is done, you can see here in the diagram. You see the sea level is rising up here in this. When the sea level is rising up, this is coming through a passes where a dam structure is created, and when that is coming inside, that water is again going back to the sea only. When once it is coming inside and then going back to the sea only, and that way that water is passing through a vessel where some turbines are placed, and these turbines are attached to a dynamo, that electricity generator, and that generate electricity, and that electricity is going to a power grid. One more method is showing here how the movement of waves also can generate electricity. You know that when the movement of waves are there, the water is moving up and down. Flow to and fro motion is there of water. And that way, when such kind of vessel created, so that water push the air inside this pipe, and that way it is running a turbine and electricity can be generated. One more is method is used. See how the when high tide comes, the water is coming inside the dam. So that time also the turbine is running, electricity is generated, and when the low tide is there, the water is going back, again the turbine run, and that electricity is generated. So this way number of methods are used to use the movement of water in the sea and ocean for generating electricity. The tidal energy can be harnessed by building dams, narrow opening of the section. France, Russia, Gulf of Kutch in India have used tidal mill farms. Biogas. Biogas you may have studied in detail in your science subject. The organic waste such as dead plant, animal dung, kitchen waste can be converted into a gaseous fuel called biogas. So biogas plant you can see that can be like this here. Uh, flow tank sorry this slurry of cattle dung and water means here a mixture where mixing tank is there. In this mixing tank the water and the cow dung, cattle dung, and the vegetable peels whatever we are having, so that are mixed here and that is going in this biogas plant. And there the decomposition of that waste starts, and during that decomposition that gas is released and here collected in the dome, and that gas is taken out in a controlled way through a gas valve, and that is used for cooking, means that can be used as cooking gas or lighting gas whatever we can use. And then whatever the waste is there in this after decomposition, the extra overflow is there, and that way here collected as the slurry. The you can say it is a kind of compost also. Organic manure is created here. It is an excellent fuel for cooking and lighting and produces huge amount of organic manure. So two in one benefit is there, you can say three in one benefit. The solution for the disposing of the waste, second utilizing the waste in a positive manner, and third manure is also produced, means gas is also obtained and manure is also produced. So this way three in one benefit is there. Now at the end of this conservation of energy resources, so whatever sources of energy we are having, of course we need to conserve it, and mainly that non renewable sources of energy we need to conserve more. All the type of energy we should conserve, because there is of course huge demand of energy and the supply is lacking. So that way we need to conserve energy. So conservation of energy resources is required because of the rapid depletion and very slow generation, of course it is very slow, of the exhaustible sources of energy like coal, petroleum and natural gas. And due to the growing population, consumption of energy resources has increased manifold. The fossil fuels are non-renewable in nature. Rampant exploitation means very fast, indiscriminate, without plan. Exploitation of non-renewable resources like coal and petroleum can lead to energy crisis in near future. A scarcity of conventional sources of energy is referred to as energy crisis. The rate of consumption of energy sources is more than the rate of their formation. Yes, of course, the consumption of energy resources is more than the rate of their formation. We are using with a faster rate than their formation. Therefore, we need to conserve energy resources. It does not mean the curtailment of energy consumption, but restrict unnecessary wasteful consumption of energy. Wasteful consumption we have to stop. Here, but the spelling is wrong. It should be but only. So we need to avoid the wasteful consumption. One example is showing here. Love the dark. Switch off the lights when it is not into use. So this with this message, you can understand the conservation of energy, how important all these regions may have made you clear that energy conservation is very important. So this was the last topic of this chapter. So now, thank you, students. Revise these topics in your book carefully. If any problem is there, then you can ask me. Read the chapter thoroughly. Thank you. Have a nice day.